everyone says that remote work is a young person's game, and they're wrong, okay? Because in the future, the digital native is really being replaced by wisdom, and this is things that you have an advantage of, and I'm going to go over, why, okay? One, let's see here. You can't put a price on experience and wisdom. I'll just give you one example. I'm doing blogging, right, as well as video. And blogging, Google looks at something called EAT, which is expertise, experience, authoritative, and being trustworthy. This is why I use the word I in my blog post, and I draw from personal experience, stories, stuff like that. It really, really helps you. AI cannot do that. It's not a human being. So it's so valuable, and I'm 45, okay? If you're my age, am I a senior? I don't know, I have no hair. But if you're older than me, you have more experience, more stories, more to draw from, so it's even better. And that's just one example. There's so many others like tutoring, customer service, patient support representatives. There's so many ways that you could make an impact on other people's lives, have fun, and make a little bit of cash too, okay? And, all right. Number 2 is proven ethics. Just basic ethics and habits might be the most valuable skill, like discipline, not lying. And so in the early years, I really do feel that, having adult supervision could be good, right? But when we get older, not many people want supervision. I don't know about you. This is why, a work from home job, a remote job or career, or it could be just a great, great fit. Okay. All right. All right. Next up is self-management skills. Okay. And, when people get older, I really do believe they're more better at structuring their day, deciding which tasks are important, without reminders. I really do believe that. Okay. And many work from home, jobs, they require responsibility. I mean, you probably know it's about the outcomes. It's not just about busy work and being online. And, so that's a big plus there. Okay. All right. Just working independently. Okay. Next is lower distractibility. And this is the biggest pitfall from working from home is distractions, okay? And studies suggest that older people are less prone to looking at their phone, social media during the day. And, in fact, I strongly recommend when it comes to like phones and computers, just turn off all notifications, okay? It's the best. And, seniors are not cursed with as much FOMO that younger people have, right? So this is great. Clear communication boundaries. One of the biggest drawbacks that I suffer from, even, and younger people do, is unplugging. Like quit working, and getting away from tech, because it can lead to burnout and stuff like that, which often plagues remote workers. And some people feel, and I think this way, is that a lot of seniors, they're better at unplugging. And that's a big advantage that you may not realize that you have, not just with work, but with electronics in general. Okay. All right. Next up is critical thinking. I mean, let's be honest. AI really is the future of work. It's going to impact so many different careers and jobs. The problem with AI is it's soulless and lifeless, and people can't connect to it. Okay. Which is why you're needed. And also, believe it or not, AI makes mistakes. In fact, this is a photo right here. If I could blow it up, maybe I can. So I asked them what this sign was, and it said a steep grade warning, right? And I looked at it, I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And I double checked it, and it's actually wrong. And I actually corrected it. That's a landslide hazard warning sign. I said, oh yeah, you're correct. I apologize. The AI apologized to me. I felt it's like one of my greatest achievements, maybe, correcting AI. So, basically, when someone's older, they have a little bit more common sense. They don't, they're more likely to be, a little bit skeptical, not just go with the flow. They look at things differently, which is why you have such a big advantage. Okay. All right. And also, more good news, there's a lot of work at home, jobs, careers, gigs, side hustles. They can be at home. So if you have mobility issues, time issues, disability, they can be super flexible and fun. Better communication. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, some kids, they don't know how to communicate. This is where you have an advantage, right? I mean, you could, write and speak more clearly, not encoded words and hallway talk, which is not the best for business. And what's the joke now, right? The kids, they have short attention span than goldfish. This is why TikTok videos that go over 18 seconds are like gone, right? All right. And yeah, reliability and loyalty, right? Look at this right here. Age 55, 64, the average years on a job is way up here. And at 20, it's way down here. That's a big, big competitive job advantage that you have. Okay? All right. Plus seniors are more likely to see through the work, studies show, than quit early. Cost effectiveness. What this means is when people are older, this is just studies. They're more likely to have their own retirement setups, their own insurance, which some younger people don't have. And this depends on the job, of course, on a lot of things. But I've always honestly thought that a lot of benefits were a way to trap somebody, like golden handcuffs. I would love to quit, but I like the benefits too much, something like that. Reminds me of a joke. This job offers great health care, which is perfect because you'll need it after you realize you can't afford to quit. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do. And I know what you're thinking, like, well, I don't know if I really want to work, whatever. But the cool thing about a lot of these work at home jobs is even one day a week, you could stay busy. It could be great for your mental, sharpen your mind, help people, be productive, in society and feel great about it and have fun. A lot of these work things are very, very fun. And you can even do it. Some of them are super flexible. Cause let's be honest, how much time can you spend playing golf? I mean, I love going outside too, but it's also nice to do something, like what I'm doing here. Even if it's now and then. And you can make money. Yeah. That's a big plus too. So you might be wondering, well, okay, but how do I find these like work at home jobs and where do I go? Well, I actually made a video that gives you 9 steps to finding a legit work from home opportunity that's good that you're gonna like. Okay, and they have I show you how to find these resources and stuff like that, so you could check it out. What do you have to lose, right? And I'll put the link in this video somewhere around here. I think it's down below if they pop up or whatever. And I'll put in the description as well if you can't find it. You can click on that. You can watch that video and it'll go through the steps. So I hope this might have been at least a little bit helpful to you, okay? All right, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.